Hey guys, it's Yadi with Lilly Moon Vintage. We decided with Dixie Belle to go ahead and start a new series. Hopefully we can get it all done this week, but just kind of stay tuned for what we have coming up for you guys. A lot of you guys requested some tutorials, more for like beginners and things like that, kind of like the basics of how to paint furniture, how to get started. So I know there's a lot of new members on the group. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk you through the steps of how to get started with your first piece. So here I have an end table, and it's been sitting in my garage for a really long time, and I do a little bit of woodwork in my garage, so there's wood dust and stuff like that. It's just dirty, really dirty. And this table's been, through some rough times. My uncle, who was nice and handy, he went ahead and fixed a couple things for me, so that's why you'll see, there's going to be some areas that the finish has come off or whatnot, but that's okay because paint's going to go ahead and cover it. But you'll see it's pretty beat up, pretty dirty, and I'm just going to go ahead and walk through the steps of how to get your piece cleaned. So it's very important for you to clean your piece, because if you leave any kind of grease or anything like that, what it's going to do once you start painting is that pretty much like it'll repel your paint. So you'll have areas where the paint really didn't take that well and things like that. So it's always really important to clean your piece. The product that we're going to use today is called Dixie Belle's White Lightning Cleaner, and this is their 8-ounce jar. I don't think it comes any bigger than this, but I've already used a little bit of it, and it's pretty full, and I'll explain to you how it all works, so you'll realize that this goes on for a really long time. So you'll have it for a while. You won't have to keep repurchasing it so much. But like I said, this cleaner is good to do that, to remove any kind of grease or any kind of grime and things like that. And you could also use it for your kitchen cabinets, and that's pretty much like what a lot of people use it for, because your kitchen cabinets are the dirtiest, probably like the dirtiest things that we have in our house, because we cook there, and just kind of things splash and things like that. So this does a really good job at cleaning all that grime and dirt and all that crap off. So I'll explain to you how we're gonna use this. And actually this runs for, I think, $4.95. That's what it retails for on the Dixie Belle website. And I'm gonna go ahead and list my link again. Once the video is finished, I'll list what link you guys can click on to purchase the products that we're gonna talk about today. So pretty much what we wanna do is, you want to get a gallon. I have a gallon with like orange juice that I had in here, cleaned it good. And you wanna fill up this entire gallon with hot water. So when you open this jar, it actually looks like sea salt. It's kind of like that, just kind of grainy. You know what I mean? You guys know what sea salt looks like. And what happens is that when you pour it into the hot water, it kind of just helps dissolve it faster. Okay? So the Dixie Belle website recommends using hot water. That's what I'm gonna do. So what I do is that I already filled it up. My husband was nice enough to fill it up with hot water for me. And I'm just gonna take a little funnel. And I have this little tablespoon that I have strictly for paints and things like that. And what you're gonna need is just 2 tablespoons into 1 gallon, okay? So you're just gonna take, you don't have to be like super precise about it, but just take it and just pour 2 tablespoons in there. Okay, close up the jar. And then just gonna shake it up. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I have my husband behind the camera, so he's gonna be reading off any kind of questions that you guys may have. But we're just gonna kind of shake it up a little bit, make sure it dissolves. So as you see, 2 tablespoons is good enough for an entire gallon. And unless you have a lot of pieces and you just go through your pieces really fast, this is gonna last you a really long time. So I already have one that I have prepped, and I've barely used half of it. So, but I thought I'd go on live and show you guys how I clean my pieces, and just make an extra gallon. So once you got it all shaken up, what I like to do is, just for convenient purposes, I put them in a water bottle, spray bottle, and I have this one labeled because I use water to paint. So I don't want to mix my white lightning, and kind of confuse my bottles and spray my pieces after they've been painted with white lightning, because that's just going to be a mess. So what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to take my funnel and carefully try to pour it inside the spray bottle. And then this is just going to be easier for me to reach for. I've seen people do this and they just kind of like leave them in, leave the mix in a bucket. But I just like to put it in a gallon, close it up, put it in the closet. So whenever I need to refill this bottle, then it's just there available for me. And so just mix it up and you'll have water that's kind of like foggy, okay? If you let it sit, you're gonna have a little bit of the, I guess, white lightning that comes down to the bottom. So every time you use it, try to shake your bottle. Remember to shake your bottle. And like that, it just kind of gets, everywhere, and you can be able to use it without it just, kind of being like water at the top and the product at the bottom. All right, so you wanna use gloves when you use this. At least I recommend using gloves. Because after, like, if you use it without gloves, you'll feel like your hands are just kind of a little sticky, dry. Just probably not the greatest for you to use with your bare hands. I mean, it's not going to harm you in any kind of way, but still want to take some precautions. And so sometimes, like this piece is dusty. So before I get started with cleaning it with rags, I like to dust it off. So I have this brush that I have that I like to use to do that, and I'm just gonna go around. By the way, I have my table upside down, so I just like to work that way. It's just easier for me, and I have like a little lazy Susan under it, so it's just easier for me to show it to you guys on camera, and I don't have to be in any kind of weird angles while I'm live with you guys. So I'm just gonna kind of dust everything off. Again, let me know if you guys have any questions. And if you're watching, let me know where you're from. If you didn't catch me on my last video last week, we are from Orlando, Florida. My company is called Lilly Moon Vintage, and it's me and my husband. I do a lot of the work, but he does my my repairs, But I do most of the painting, even though I've got him into painting and he actually enjoys it. So it's just a matter of him having the time to do it. But he actually does enjoy painting with me, which is fun.
We got one from Tennessee, Brenda.
Yes, somebody from Tennessee. Hey Brenda, how are you? Okay. Yeah, so I'm pretty much just kind of cleaning the sawdust off of this that it had, and I'm gonna put my hair up real quick. Excuse the messy bun. Okay. So that's dusted off. I'm just gonna use clean rag, and you could spray the piece itself, or you can spray your rag and clean that way. I like to just spray the piece. So one thing that I will mention is that you don't want, once you start spraying, make sure that you get all of the areas that you sprayed. You don't want to have any kind of drips or anything like that. You don't want to have this product sit on your piece, because it is, I'm not really sure 100% what kind of chemicals are in this. Nothing too harsh. With, Dixie Belle's reputation, they don't use anything too harsh, which is awesome. They use a lot of natural products, but you don't want to let it sit, because it's gonna kind of take the finish away, take off the finish of whatever piece you're working on, and it can kind of get weird. And again, you're using 2 tablespoons for 1 gallon of water, of hot water. And that's pretty much all you're gonna do. You just spray and just wipe it down. Make sure you get all the areas. And I will say this, whenever you guys finish cleaning your piece, I'd wait, you know, maybe 10-15 minutes. Just make sure that it's completely dry before you actually get started to paint your piece. Because like I said, it'll take away any kind of finish. So if there's still some areas that are wet and you start painting over them, it'll just kind of repel it.
Darlene says that she's been waiting for a WL demo.
White Lightning. I'm like, WL. Hi, Darlene. Well, I'm glad I could help. I know we did like a poll last week, and I saw that some people were interested in, you know, just the basics and things like that. So I figured that I can go live and, you know, help out doing that. And hopefully once we're gonna go through, you know, how to clean a piece, how to get started with a 1-coat application with Dixie Belle's paints. And then hopefully, like, once I get done with that first series, we can go into other products that Dixie Belle has that not everybody knows how to necessarily use. And I'm still learning also. You know, there are a couple products that I've never used before from Dixie Belle that I have that I'm going to be, you know, trying out for you guys and showing you guys how that works, or reaching out to my fellow artists and ask them, you know, how they like it and how they use it. So.
Monique came in late and wants
Hi,
to know what product is in the spray bottle.
Okay, so what I did was Dixie Belle carries a cleaner called White Lightning Cleaner. And it's kind of like when you open it up, it's kind of like sea salt. So you're going to take a hot water, put hot water in a gallon, and you are going to put 2 tablespoons of the White Lightning Cleaner, and then just kind of shake it up so it can dissolve. And that'll get rid of all the kind of dirt and grime and all the gunky stuff that gets stuck to your furniture. Sometimes you think that your furniture is clean and it's really not. I've experienced that. I'm like, oh, it's clean. That doesn't look that dirty. And then I start cleaning it and it's like my whole rag comes out completely brown. So, all right, I'm going to try to flip this table over.
Monique says that the sounds are also.
Oh, okay. I'll try to speak up for you guys. This room is all tile, so it tends to echo. So I didn't know if I was too loud, it would echo too much or not. Okay, so you can, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but this table's pretty beat up. There was just like some lifting, you know, there's some water damage on it. My uncle sanded it down for me, and you know, he used some Bondo to fix certain areas. If you didn't know you can do that, you can completely go to Home Depot, get some Bondo. It's like, I guess, to fix cars or something. I don't know much about that, but it's like to fix cars. It smells really bad, so, you know, do it in a garage because it smells really bad. It's very toxic. And, but you can...
says hello.
Who?
Vicky.
Hi, Vicky. But yeah, you can totally repair furniture with Bondo. It's not something that you can stain over. It's only something that you can paint over. So that was what I would recommend if you do need to do some heavy repairs to your furniture. All right, so now I'm just kind of getting in the areas that I'm noticing I didn't get to. And that's pretty much it, guys. that is how you prep and clean your piece and get it ready for painting. So, let's see if I can flip this. All right, so that is it. We prepped, cleaned. Again, we used Dixie Belle's White Lightning Cleaner. This comes in 8 ounces. And I will list the link of where to purchase this. You are going to put it in 1 gallon of hot water, as hot as you can get it. You're gonna put 2 tablespoons in there and just kind of shake it up until it dissolves. And you can totally keep this stored away until you need to fill up your spray bottle again. Just make sure that when you use your spray bottle, shake it, because the product does kind of go to the bottom of it. So shake it up. Same thing with your gallon. Whenever you're gonna pour the gallon into the spray bottle, make sure that you shake the gallon and then pour it into your spray bottle. And that's it. So our next video is going to be how to get your piece started and what? Questions. Okay, sorry, I have questions. I'll have my husband read them out for me. Oh, so yeah, so the next video is going to be how to paint your piece, you know, how to get started. I'll show you kind of like what brushes I like to use, and just my technique on how to paint, you know, furniture. And it'll probably just be like a 1 coat, you know, very simple, basic, for you beginners out there. And we'll just do 1 coat. And not really sure what color I want to paint this set yet. This is a coffee table end table set. I only have 1 end table, but I'm not really sure what color I want to paint it. So if you guys have any suggestions, you guys want to see a special color on any of these pieces, let me know, and maybe we can, if I have it, we'll go ahead and paint it together in that color. Does anybody have any questions? Did I miss anything?
I don't know if you know this, but someone's asking if you know how long it'll last in a gallon.
I'm not 100% sure how long it'll last in a gallon. I'm gonna say it just lasts, okay? I'm gonna say it doesn't really go bad, but I will double check with you guys. I will talk to Natalia maybe from Dixie Belle, or Suzanne, or my girl Luann at Rustic Journeys. I'll probably talk to her and see if she knows. But I'm gonna say it doesn't really go bad. You know, it's not one of those things. But I will double check for you guys, and I'll put it in the comments for you guys. All right, so thank you guys for watching. Again, catch my next video. It's probably gonna be maybe tomorrow, but I'm probably gonna shoot for Wednesday, and then the next one on Friday. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and if you guys have any other comments or questions, anything like that, I'll go ahead and just answer them after the video on the comments. All right, thank you.
I don't know.